A lot of people
Men
online, a lot
must.
of women online believe I'm a misogynist, but that's because they listen to sound bites and they take tweets that trend without context, which is, I guess, the story of the whole world. Like I said about Jesus Christ, you just take bits and pieces like, but Jesus, and I'm like, you didn't read the whole story. So I'm a victim of that. I am not.
Are you saying this has always been your perspective?
I've always respected women. I've always seen women as
Powerhouses.
It's the reason why I bash women, by the way, when they catch feelings. When women are strong, they want to be celebrated. When they're weak or they're hypocrites or whatever, we're not allowed to criticize them. I don't. I criticize. Then I get called names like misogynist. I'm like, I'm not. It's because you guys are fucking up. But when I say it, because I happen to be a man, it's he hates women. And I'm like, I respect you so much that I'm criticizing you the same way I'd criticize any other guy. You're a sex worker. This guy must give you money just because you have a vagina. You're a sex worker. Excuse me, what do you mean? Why didn't you Lobola? You're empowered. And they're like, this guy hates women. I'm like, no. I'm actually showing you guys that I think you're capable.
I was always conflicted about the Lobola one until a friend of mine explained something else. And I've seen it differently since. And you're looking at me like, here goes a justification.
I'm listening and I'm closing my mouth.
Yeah, I can see. But she said Lobola is not about money. It's not a financial exchange. And she even went on to say, if my husband takes out 20,000 rand for me, I'm fine. She says it's about when I go home and I say, Malome, remember that uncle, the funny one? You know, so she says it's a game where two families, where my family can understand the family I'm marrying into and can understand the individuals and the moving parts. In a way, she says it's a game. It's like playing 30 seconds with the opposite family, but 30 seconds of back then. How else do we do this thing where we're intimately merging families and they're getting to know each other? They didn't have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They had that. And that's why there's a lot of banter in those sessions.
This is a recent thing that you heard?
No. This is a long time ago. I was at least 20s.
Hey.
I'm still in my 20s.
Sure. Expose yourself, girl.
I was in
Edit that out.
I was in my early 20s and I've never seen it the same. And I've never had a tug of war with it because I see it for what it is. Every time I hear very exorbitant Lobola prices, in my heart, I'm like, that's people that don't get that it's a game.
So
it almost like it's like a bride price and worth.
That's actually how it's defined in English when you search it as a bride price.
But I don't think that's what it was supposed to be culturally.
That's not what it is at all. Most people don't know what Lobola is. That's why I'm asking if you learned this recently, because I know a lot of people don't know what it is. And you're right about money, because people didn't have money. And you're right about the game. Again, in the context of today, now we need to go back to the principle. What are you trying to do? Bring families together. Then bring them for games night. What are we trying to do? We're trying to eat. Okay, then we can buy takeaways, or whoever wants to cook can cook. You want to get to know each other? Let's go on a weekend away. Let's go camping. Let's go hiking. Why you bring an uncle you don't know? No, but it has to. Why? Why don't you bring your mates? Why don't you bring your neighbors? These are the people that actually have a vested interest in your success, are going to be babysitting your kids. But because people don't hold on to the principles, we lose all of this stuff. And when Penuel calls it out, too educated, I'm a coconut, I've lost my culture, and because you're dealing with elders who are just dumb old people, who were dumb young people. Now they're dumb old people. Now because they're old, they think they have authority. And I'm like, but that's not the principle, you're wrong. And they're like, but you're a kid, what do you know? I'm like, I know the principle. And this is not the principle of this thing. And in the context of gender equality, why is the boy and his family bringing anything? Because we're not there anymore. We're not there anymore. We're trying to get to the principle of bringing families together. And if we're bringing families together, why are you coming into my family? Why are you taking my family name? Why? And we're not allowed to have these conversations.
No, we are. And that's why we're having them.
No, I'm not sure about you. I'm saying society.
No. Yeah, as society, people will be watching and listening to this very part because people are having these conversations.
Because people don't want to have these conversations. But you're right that, yes, we must have them.
And I think many people are having them. You're really speaking to conversations I have with my friends all the time. And some things are cultural norms. If you think of dowry is when the bride now pays into the guy's family. That's just in a different part of the world. So meaning that this game exists across the world. And yes, it can be a games night, but is a games night really the solution? What if the bride price wasn't as exorbitant and we stick to what it's supposed to be? I think you don't need to lose all of it. for it
You must
to
lose all of it.
be effective. No, there I disagree.
You must only keep the principle. You must lose all of it and only keep the principle.
What's the perverse element of the principle right now that you're paying for a human being?
That the man's family
is paying for a human being.
Which makes his masculinity superior by default. So when you come with your expectations and you're like, but I work, it's like you can't, Siswami, not culturally. Because then we have to scrap this Lobolo thing. Because you can't pick and choose how it suits you. And then when I expect you to be a Zulu wife, all of a sudden you have a big mouth. But you wanted us to hold on to this thing. And I'm like, no. You must pick a struggle.
Okay, let's say we have this whole event and the Lobola price was 10 Rand.
For who?
For this bride.
Who must it come from?
I'm just saying.
Who must it come from?
Is there still an issue? Whether it's 10 Rand or a million Rand, you're saying there's an issue from the man.
No. Why is it coming from the man?
Like I'm saying,
you want a double barrel surname.
Wait.
You want to keep your surname.
In other parts of the world, women are paying dowry for men, but they still take the man's surname.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, I don't think everything about it is wrong.
No, but you understand what dowry was as well, right?
Okay, expand.
So dowry, my understanding, I stand to be corrected. Dowry is I'm marrying a girl, taking her into my family.
Yeah.
Her father, seeing that I'm a noble man from a noble family, to thank me for taking custodianship of his daughter is like, I will cover the wedding to say thank you to you and your family for adopting my daughter into your family.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
so you're saying
it's not Ilobolo from the girl's family. That's not what dowry is. Whereas Ilobolo is something else. Ilobolo covers the costs of the event and it's also a thank you
to the parents,
to the girl's family, yes, from the man.
But this is what I'm saying. These are coming to take
something from you. We are coming to take something from you.
No.
Anyone who disputes that doesn't understand the history of how we used to live.
I understand. No. I feel like
you can't keep this girl. She's no longer yours. To a point where even if I die, you can't go back home. This is your home now.
Okay.
If your family, your old family would like to see you, they must ask us.
I'm saying there are two thank yous for the girl here. Or men taking care of, because one can argue that dowry is still very sexist if it's in the context.
It is sexist. I agree.
And you're saying Lobola is also very sexist.
Yes.
And you're saying we must scrap it all and end up with the games night.
So you said...
I disagree. I'm saying...
No, hear me. You said something and I said, get rid of everything and keep the principle. I'm saying if the principle is for the man to take custodianship of the woman, and that's how you guys understand it, keep that. If that looks like Ilobolo, cool. If the principle is the girl's side of the family wants to thank your family for now taking their daughter, dowry, keep it. But if the principle is you are an empowered woman, I'm obviously an empowered man, what are we doing? Why are we coming together?
Okay.
Why are you taking my surname? And once we can cover those things, then whatever the principle of that is, we do that. But as long as you're holding on to 10 Rand, you're saying that my family has an upper hand somewhere, not because of the money. Because you're saying the principle is my family must give your family something. And my question is why? On what basis? On what basis must my family give your family anything?
For me, it's like the principle isn't lost. It's lost in definitely the amount of money. That's for me.
I agree.
So if the principle is we're merging families, this is a traditional family game.
We're merging families.
Yeah.
Okay.
A traditional family game that we play is called Lobola, and there's an exchange of money and gifts.
Yes.
Right? For me, it becomes distorted when it's about, did you take out $1 million?
No.
Did you take out 150,000
I like the word exchange, because then it must come both sides, because we're merging the families.
It does come both sides. Sure. There's gifts that are given.
Now I understand, but the bulk of it is that it's the man's side of the family.
I disagree with this. And that money that goes into the woman's side of the family is usually used for the wedding. It's not like people make money from Lobola. It's not like there's a man with 5 daughters who's like, yeah, ngizoyenza imali.
You know what happens when I discuss Lobola, and this breaks my heart. This is not about you. People don't know the history. And we end up debating semantics because people actually don't know what this thing is and where it comes from. And we get so caught up in arguing the nitty-gritties, and people miss what was meant to happen.
That didn't just happen.
What didn't just happen?
Right now, we're not arguing semantics.
We're arguing semantics.
Okay. How, when I explain to you what I think in essence Lobola is supposed to be and the principle behind it?
We don't have to have this debate today. I think your point is made, and I appreciate it. And look, we did throw enough for people to maybe engage and go think about it at home, and to argue with you or me, to be like, oh, Penuel, I doesn't know what he's talking about. That's okay. But I think
It's one
it's
of those
such
moments we don't argue with me, just say she's pretty. I thought that was a joke that we were doing here. Are we not doing that joke?
All right, sure. I think it's such a layered conversation that we're not going to do it justice. And if we keep at it, you and I, it's going to take us another hour. So out of respect for your time mostly as my guest, I'm going to say I agree with the concept. The only thing I'm saying is the little things of you saying, let's just keep this, is what ends up becoming a big thing.
Okay.
Because you've lost the essence and the principle. And I'm saying if you stick to the principle, you'll understand. And you need to confirm what the principle is. And then once you've confirmed that, everything should then flow. Whether it's 10 Rand, a million Rand, whatever, whether the money is used for a wedding or someone's pocketing it. But as long as you guys are like, this is the one principle we confirmed. Because whether it's 10 Rand or a million Rand, as soon as those things happen, they are assumed principles. And the day your husband says something, does something, and you guys fight, I'm going to take it all the way back to how you guys decided to get together. And forget Lobola, it's going to be, but he asked me out. He came to me. I'm like, okay. That's actually where this whole thing started. And then later on, because you were still a student and he was working, later on when you started making a whole lot of money and he wasn't, and he was trying to hold on to the San Lobola, what. It goes all the way back to you guys never believed in equality. The lady's only raising it now because she's making a lot of money. But at these points, she still expected him to get on his knee, to buy her a ring, to ask her out. She was the one to be like, but what are we? He was the one that confirmed. He was the one that decided I want us to have a baby. She got to decide, well, I'm ready to be a mom. So you guys played this gender game all the way to here, and you don't actually believe in the principle of whatever. Because
Pen, I'll tell you,
sure.
I think we are agreeing on a lot of things.
We are. I agree.
And I agree so much, keep the principle. But I think that there's elements that don't need to be completely discarded. Generally, when it comes to culture, when it comes to tradition, I think there's some fun elements and some cute things, nuances that can be kept. But I do think for the most part, we're agreeing. And I can think of an immediate example. I don't know them personally. It was a story I heard from a friend of mine of a doctor lady with an entrepreneur husband. And when they initially started getting together, the entrepreneur was doing well. Business fell apart. And the woman, being the doctor, said that I'm not going to pay for where we live. And so they had to sell their home and get evicted and move into like a little small apartment that the man could afford at the time, even though she could easily pay for their house, because she feels I'm not going to take care of a man. I'm here to be taken care of by you. And those are the sort of things that I hear what you're saying. When we get to this point, we didn't really think there was no equality, because in the same breath, like I said, I don't know these people personally. It was a story I heard through a friend. It was always, he's such a good husband. He takes care of the kids. But only here at this place must I be a man who fulfills only my male roles, which is to house us. But when I'm changing diapers, and I'm not accusing you of not being woman enough. So we are saying we are agreeing a lot. But I feel like there's a balance and we don't have to scrap the whole process.
I hear you. That's all I'm disagreeing with you on, and it's okay. By throwing it away, I think maybe to get us to the same page, I'm saying throw it away and keep the principle and only bring back what works. You're saying don't throw things away, keep what works.
Okay.
Yeah. And hopefully at the end of that exercise, we get to the same place. You're saying keep some of this. I'm saying throw it all away. And once we've agreed on the principle, bring some of it back. But the semantics become that we get to the same place. I had so many other questions that were very juicy, but
thank God
you dodged a huge bullet.
I'm not just the hot seat.
I'm actually going to send you the questions. You want to be like, yo, I think that would have been really great. And Maybe at some point we'll speak about some of
But
those.
your guest must know coming here is a trap.
It's not. I didn't trap you.
Mm.
None of the questions I raised were funky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Asambin, I think that's enough. Oh, sorry. Any closing remarks?
Closing remarks. Men and women are equal.
Oh, that laugh. Okay.
Whatever.
Men and women are equal.
Subscribe to the conversation.
No. That's not important. We'll edit that out.
Whatever.
Men and women are equal.
Yes. You know, I've always felt that way. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I actually think you fundamentally believe in gender roles, but we'll have this chat offline. Ursula Mariani, thank you so much for joining us on Convo. Catch up with you again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Only good for prettiness. No substance. No substance.